Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Today we're going to be watching the Chronicles of Narnia 3, The Voyage of the Dawn Traders, and I am so excited for this final movie of the entire series. I enjoyed the series so far. Watched Narnia 1, watched Narnia 2, and now we're finally at Narnia 3. I love the siblings. I love the biblical references. I love the faith-based themes, and I am so excited to see what this final movie is all about. I read the description. The description didn't give me too much away other than the cousin's gonna be coming along this time and there's a painting involved. I don't know anything else about the plot. I saw there's a boat, so I'm excited to get a kind of piratey feel for this final movie. I haven't heard anything about this final movie, just like I haven't heard anything about the other Narnia movies. The only thing I heard about it was from a couple of friends who said how much they love it. And they didn't even go into that much detail. So I'm very excited. I hope that you'll stay to the end to listen to my final review and my final thoughts. Let's go! Literally, the first movie and the second movie started so chaotic. I'm wondering if this movie is also gonna start just as chaotic. Yay! I even began to talk about how much I enjoy the setting.
Are you sure you're 18?
Why, do I look older?
Don't tell me he wants to enlist. Don't tell me he wants to list on the war.
You're supposed to be helping me with the groceries.
Oh, Lucia's grown up so much. Oh.
Better luck next time, eh, Squirt?
Yeah, and at least glad he's not in the war.
Rob, if anyone so deserves a name, what are you doing?
Wait, what is she doing there?
If only one could treat relatives like one treats insects.
What?
Uncle Harold.
Oh my gosh, it's kind of sad seeing how much Lucia's grown up. Oh.
Why, you little...
Father's gonna hit!
Oh my gosh. What happened to Peter?
America is very exciting, except we never see Father.
Why is she living in America now?
He happens to be very handsome. I think he fancies me.
At least I'm happy for her that she moved on from Prince Caspian.
Susan and Peter are love for one, off on adventures.
Yeah.
No, that is quite sad.
I think I look anything like Susan.
Oh, she must be feeling some insecurity. But insecurity of what? Does she want romantic attention? I think also since Suzanne mentioned that there's a guy who fancies her, maybe she might feel a bit behind. Like, that's a pretty normal feeling to have.
There once were two orphans who wasted their time believing in Narnia nursery rhymes.
Please let me hit him.
No.
Oh my gosh. I can see that this is gonna be a new banter.
I have. Do as I please. You're just guests.
This must be so frustrating. I can't imagine living here the whole time.
There once was a boy called Eustace who read books for the facts that were useless.
People who read fairy tales are always the sort that become a hideous burden to people like me.
Hideous burden?
Wow.
And since we've been here.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful. Like the water coming out of the painting?
I've been the painting.
Wow.
Come onto your bed. You know what? I lit it.
Whoa. Wow. Oh. Whoa, this is really cool. I once saw an edit of something like this on Instagram and they said it was from Narnia, but I've completely forgot about it. Now it makes sense. Like it was a VFX artist trying to recreate this.
It's all right. I got you.
Who's that?
Caspian!
Lucy.
Oh my gosh, Caspian is still here?
Yes, you're in Narnia.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that this cousin gets to see that they're not lying at all. Wait, don't tell me that Lucy... I'm just guessing, this is a theory, but I was starting to think now that they're gonna make a romance with Lucy and him, just by the way they establish how she could possibly want the same thing, like a romantic relationship. I'm wondering if they would do that, like make her and Caspian something. But wouldn't that be a bit odd because Suzanne liked Caspian in the previous movie though?
Repeating!
I'm glad that he's back.
But first, what to do about this hysterical interloper? You always do. Actually, it's getting him to shut up. The moment.
Oh my gosh.
What kind of prank is this? I want to wake
Oh my gosh, what? This kid is so worked up.
Perhaps we could throw him back.
Edmund considering it. I would also consider it.
We're on the Dawn Treader, the finest ship in Narnia's navy.
Oh my god.
I'm in the Just and Lucy the Valiant, High King and Queen of Narnia.
Oh, I'm so happy that everybody can remember them. I'm still a bit confused with the timeline thingy because in the first movie, a year passed, but they made it sound like thousands of years passed in Narnia. And I'm pretty sure a year probably passed now too. But why isn't it not thousands of years or hundreds of years later? I'm a bit confused about that.
Aslan.
I'm so glad that she still loves him so much. Oh.
My
Aww.
So,
Feel of this movie feels a little bit different. I don't know what it is, but this movie doesn't feel exactly like the first and the second movie did.
Peace across all of Narnia. Thieves.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Queen knows so well.
Not one to compare with us.
Does she like him? Okay, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it because Suzanne did like him before, but I also wondering if she just feels lonely.
I'm told the furthest east one can sail is to the end of the world, Aslan's country.
I wonder if Aslan's country, if I'm reading way too deep into this, or if Aslan's country means something.
Finding that out. The only hope I will one day earn the right to see it.
I wanted to say it could symbolize heaven or paradise, but I don't know. What would be Aslan's country then? And what is Narnia? Oh, that seems so fun.
Do you think if we keep sailing to the end of the world, we'll just tip off the edge?
Isn't that the flat earth theory?
don't worry, Liv. We're a long way from there.
So you're still talking nonsense, the two of you?
I really don't like this cousin. I really don't like him being in the movie. He needs to redeem himself somehow. Make himself enjoyable to watch somehow because I really don't enjoy seeing him on screen.
This is I have an acute disposition, due to my intelligence. Yeah.
I don't think he has anything.
I'll have you know, as soon as we like a zoo down there.
He's quite the complainer, isn't he?
He's just warming up.
Oh my gosh, being someone like this must be so difficult because all they will do is point out all the negatives or the problems.
Strange. Not a Narnian flag in sight.
Yeah, why is there no one there?
Forgive me, Master, but the chain of command starts with King Caspian on this ship.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on, jelly legs.
I'm capable of doing it myself.
Oh,
Yeah, looks like nobody's in, so do you think we should head back?
why are you lying?
He looks like Sinclair B.
Slave traders.
Slave traders. Oh my god, there's some ninja stuff going on now. Who are these people? Oh no! Okay, yeah.
And squeal like a girl again.
Huh.
Now! Let's take these two to market.
Oh, right, the slave trade.
You insolent fool! I am your king!
Call him an insolent. Oh.
Someone else is going to pay for all of you.
Oh, we meant it like literally because it's a slave trade. Who are you?
There's a king over there.
I kind of miss Peter and Suzanne in this movie. Oh no!
I'll find you!
No! Oh, this is horrible. I hate this.
Keep watching.
No, 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 no. What? What is going on? Oh my gosh.
What happened?
It's a sacrifice.
What?
We lords made a pact to find the source of the mist and destroy it. We each set sail, but none came back.
Oh my gosh. Okay, but so it's not a slave trade then? Is it just a sacrifice?
Likely to be fed to the mist.
We have to find Lucy.
Okay, so it's two separate things.
100 for the little lady.
Oh, this makes me really sick.
So,
I also noticed how the movies became more mature the older they got.
fine specimen. Who'll kick up the bid?
Imagine no one wants to bid.
Come on now.
Oh my gosh, I knew it.
Now I've got the rear end of a miner.
I'm not supporting this at all, but I do find it funny how no one wants it.
And I'll take them all off your hands. Banana!
Yay! For Narnia! This movie is far too long for this to be resolved this quickly. Nice. Who is this man? Who are you?
You wrote yourself.
Oh!
Hope that wasn't British consul.
My wife was taken just this morning. I'm a fine sailor. Been on the seas my whole life.
Oh, I'm glad he's going out to find his wife.
And we shall find your lost citizens.
Oh, that's very nice of him. I wonder how they're gonna find him though. Ooh. Oh, this is beautiful. Wow.
I've been abducted by my cousins and set adrift in uncharted waters in some ridiculous-looking boat. What's worse is I share quarters with an obnoxious mouse then, and I thought bunking with my cousin was bad enough. So far, every person I've met in this strange place suffers from the most florid delusion.
I don't know how they're gonna redeem his character to me.
Chasing green mists and looking for lost lore. I can only assume that this is the result of poor diet. Or they're all just poor fool clearly needs a hobby.
Oh my gosh.
A smaller size?
Why are you talking to that bird?
I just naturally assumed you could.
He's talking to birds.
Nah, you're making him seem crazy.
Stealing rations is a capital offence at sea.
Who's that?
Here.
Oh yeah.
No, repeat, no touches the tail. Period, exclamation mark.
Sorry.
That was the stealing, that was the lying, and that was the good measure. Stop flapping your wings like a drunken pelican. Poise!
Him teaching him how to fight?
Over here! Now, run with your foot, not your...
I wonder if there's gonna be a situation where he's gonna have to fight back someone and then he's gonna remember this, or this training that he's going through now is gonna come back later in the movie.
Gail?
Oh, she came. I'm so happy he did not yell at her. I mean, there's no point. She is already here.
Looks like we have an extra crew.
Oh, that's so sweet of them to be so embracive. I thought we were gonna have a big issue with it.
This one. It's female.
What is that? Are they invisible?
This one. Big.
Ah, like some kind of invisible Bigfoot? Oh. Oh. What is this? Oh. Oh.
There is no escape.
Yeah, there's no escape because they have such an unfair disadvantage. You can't see them.
You'll do what we ask. She will, Eric.
Okay, but what do they want?
Well, I wouldn't.
You will enter the house of the oppressor.
Huh?
This one.
Oh, wow.
Yes, he's very oppressive.
Sure. Of course, she'll still be sleepy. Ooh.
Vicky's words with tongueless sound were all around them to be slow.
No, isn't this what the Ice Queen did? No, because I'm pretty sure that's what the Ice Queen did. I don't have a good feeling about any of this.
An infallible spell to make you she, the beauty you've always wanted to be.
She always want to be like Susan. Does she not find herself beautiful? Okay, I could tell that she was insecure about something, but I thought she was just insecure because she always wanted to be in a relationship. I didn't think that it was because she didn't feel like she was pretty. I mean, literally on the text, like lashes, lips, and complexion. Huh.
No, wait.
No. No, 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 no.
Lucy.
Please, Aslan, yeah. This is wrong. Does she think as though this would make her? I like how Aslan feels like the conviction of the Holy Spirit. Because, one, why would she think that she's not beautiful and she needs to be like her sister? I mean, maybe she really admired her sister. And then, two, you see, she's taking the spell, which is wrong, right? It's the wrong way to get this type of beauty from.
Their ancient psychiatry, invisible ink, and the truth in theology.
Oh, I really don't want her to say the spell. I have a bad feeling about this.
Stop right there, or perish.
I actually want her to make these invisible guys visible so that they can defeat them. Oh. I'll be scared too. What is that? Oh.
With the head of a tiger and the body of a man. Different tiger.
I bet it won't look scary. I really have a feeling that they won't look scary at all.
I'll run my tusks right through you.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew that they would not look scary at all. I absolutely knew it.
Tickle us with your toes.
This place just gets weirder and weirder.
This is Koryakin. It's his island.
I don't trust him though.
What is it?
Double puns.
Mind you, go, silly me.
What did you mean when you said you made them invisible for her own good?
It seemed the easiest way to protect them.
I don't know if I trust him though.
Break the spell. You must follow the blue star, the Ramandu's eye. There the 7 swords must be laid at Aslan's table. But beware, you are all about to be tested.
In what way?
Until you lay down the 7th sword, evil has the upper hand. In its power to tempt.
Wow. Okay.
You fall to temptation.
I wonder what type of temptation though.
It's out there. You must defeat the darkness inside yourself.
That is very true. Even looking at Caspian's eyes right now, I wonder what would be their temptations. And I'm pretty sure if Lucy, the mirror thing and her seeing Suzanne is gonna definitely come into play. That's gonna come into play, or something with the relationships, but most likely that. With Caspian, I can't tell what it would be. Maybe it might also have to do that. And Edmond, we saw Edmond tempted before, but I don't know if we would struggle with the same temptation.
For reasons beyond my comprehension, we've taken the advice of a senile old coot who doesn't possess a razor and dawdles around in a dressing gown.
Oh my gosh, and I'm actually starting to like the diary entries just a little bit. I'm liking it just a little bit.
That show-off talking rat. He's one of those annoying glass is always half full types.
There's no guarantee we'll spot the blue star anytime soon. Not in this storm.
I could be really stretching it, but could the first temptation be okay? I could really be stretching it. I don't think this is a temptation, but I'm just thinking about the voice of discouragement because things are getting really difficult. The voice of reason of shouldn't we give up? It's so hard, Even if this is not a part of the temptations you was talking about, I do feel like this is a big thing that often happens when you set your mind to go somewhere, or you're supposed to be somewhere. Like if I put that, for example, in terms of our relationship with God, if we know we need to be somewhere, that voice of temptation will come to us and discourage us, be like, it's so hard, or are we sure you're gonna make it, things like that. That's just one thought that came to mind.
The sea can play nasty tricks on a crew's mind.
Wonder how we're gonna see that. Oh no, don't do this. Don't. What's my Don't resort to this. Yeah. One of the nasty tricks. Oh, made her exactly like Susan. Could it also be the comment that Caspian made where he mentioned that he has found no one like his sister Suzanne? Is that where maybe the seed was planted in her head? That, she has to be like Suzanne in order to find someone like Caspian? Oh, I like this. Wow. I love this. This is beautiful. One thing that an era I really, really love is the 1950s, and it's mainly because of the dresses and the makeup and the gloves and the music.
You're beautiful, sister.
Oh, Peter's here.
Mother's going to love this. All her children want.
Oh yeah, Lucy.
Where's Lucy? Who's Lucy?
Susan.
Oh.
Narnia.
There's Narnia.
Oh no.
What's going on?
Oh! Aslan. He's trying to tell us something.
What have you done, child?
Yeah. Wait, before Aslan speaks, something that I started thinking about is, because I was thinking, okay, Lucy doesn't exist. She tries to be like a sister. I think it also speaks about how unique she is, right? Because she's trying to accept and love herself, right? She has low self-esteem and a little bit of doubt. And I believe that, with her wanting to be someone else, her having that comparison and insecurity in her, wishing that she had the looks of someone else, wishing she was like a sister so she could get whatever, right? I believe that the reason why she didn't exist in that world where she was, Suzanne, was because she didn't appreciate who she is, And if she doesn't appreciate who she is, Lucy doesn't exist. There's a reason why she's Lucy and Suzanne. If you want to be someone else, then you basically don't exist. There's already Suzanne in the world. Why would you want to be someone else? I know this sounds confusing, but I'm trying to make sense. I hope I'm making sense, because she wanted to be Suzanne, by her being Suzanne, that means there's no more Lucy, obviously. But I think the lesson is that she needs to learn to accept and embrace who she is and how unique she is, because there will be no one else like Lucy. No one else is going to look like Lucy. No one else is going to sound like Lucy. No one else is going to have Lucy's personality. And I think that that's something that she has to learn to love and accept about herself. So I just wanted to mention this before Aslan speaks, because I'm hoping this theory is right.
I just wanted to be beautiful like Susan.
Yeah.
Wished yourself away with an inch more.
Yeah, exactly. Like she was wishing she could not be herself anymore.
Your brothers and sister wouldn't know Narnia without
And that makes her so special. She was the one who introduced him to Narnia, and she, was so close to Aslan and could see Aslan when no one else could see him. But I understand that insecurity blinds you to seeing the worth and beauty of yourself.
You doubt your value. Don't run from who you are.
Wow, beautiful. Okay, so this is the gist of what I wanted to say. I like how she keeps having these dreams, Aslan speaking to her. Almost how God speaks to us through dreams. Like a good book you need to read that hopefully I can link is Stephanie Ike's book, The Power of Your Dreams, if you want to ever learn more about it. But I find it so powerful because even I had moments where God would speak to me through my dreams, whether it be through other people or through symbols, whatever. I think it's a very powerful thing. Wow. I wonder why Aslan did that. I guess her getting rid of it? I wonder if this is the temptation entering inside or what is this?
Father.
Oh. Ah, the ice cream. I wonder if this is the temptations we spoke about or is it just if this is something completely separate?
Come on, please don't send me back to the rat.
I heard that.
Ooh. This is a nice shot. Oh. It turns whatever touches it to gold. Must have been someone who touched it. Oh. Yo, that would scare me. Oh, is it the water that it turns into gold? What is this thing?
The sword has it turned to gold.
From swords and magic.
Oh, no, he's onto something.
Wait, what?
Think about.
Yeah. But don't let it be greed. Out of all the temptations, does it really have to be this? There's so much more important things. It's gonna be greed.
Whoever has access to this pool could be the most powerful person in the world.
Edmund.
It would be so rich.
He's making it sound like if they're not kings and queens of Narnia. You guys, you're literally the kings and queens of Narnia. What do you need more riches for?
No one could tell us what to do or who to live with.
Okay, but how are you gonna bring that money back to Earth, though?
Can't take anything out of Narnia, Edmund.
That's my point exactly. You can't take this out of Narnia. So what is he saying? Yeah, he's obviously blinded because clearly he's not thinking straight because there's actually no way he can bring this gold back on Earth.
I do.
Don't tell me you went to Earth before, huh?
You doubt yourself. You're a child. And you're a spineless sap.
Oh my gosh. It's already started.
Why did you get Peter's sword?
Edmund! What? I mean, I did notice, there was that time where the sailor pointed out that they follow his orders, Caspian's orders. So I guess he could feel that inferiority. Okay, now I'm understanding. Since the first movie, Edmund had that desire in him to rule over his siblings. That's how he fell into the Ice Queen's temptation. I'm wondering if him seeing the Ice Queen at that part when was on the boat was kind of foreshadowing to the temptation that he would have. Like I was thinking, okay, why are they showing the Ice Queen? Why is okay? You have so many thoughts. Why are they showing the Ice Queen and why they're doing this? And I'm wondering if they showed the Ice Queen because it was to reflect and foreshadow, how that previous temptation he had to want to rule over his siblings, have power, how he used to feel insecure compared to Peter. If that same thing is still in him, because temptation is something that's already in you that you really, really want, right? You don't get tempted by something you don't want. I would never be tempted by something I don't care about. Like if I don't like oats, I would never be tempted to eat oats. So maybe it's still something that was in him, even though it must have decreased over the years. And, they foreshadowed that through the evil queens. And I'm thinking of Caspian, because we know what Lucy's temptation is. We know what Edmund's temptation is. I wonder if Caspian's temptation is going to have something to do with his father, because his nightmare was about his father. Edmund's nightmare was about the Ice Queen, and Lucy's nightmare was about being like Lucy and all these things. At least Aslan, guided her.
I deserve a kingdom of my own. I deserve to rule.
Yeah.
You think you're so brave?
Prove it!
Stop it!
Yeah.
Both of you!
Yeah. Remember the goal. Stay focused.
This place has tempted you. It's bewitching. Exactly what Koyaki was talking about.
Exactly what I was talking about. And also his initial temptation of wanting to get out of their cousin's house and, want to grow independent because, he mentioned how Suzanne and Peter are way older than him and Lucy. Just that initial temptation to want to be independent. Oh, that gold.
Oh, we did.
Yeah. But freak anyone else. Huh? Yeah, this thing. I wonder what the twist of this is, though.
As you stress.
I'm so glad they calmed down. What? No. There's no way it actually disintegrated, right?
It's just a ball.
There's no way.
And he wasn't the first.
It's Lord Artesian.
I'm guessing that the different lords must have fallen for the different temptations and died in the process because they gave into the greed. They gave into the temptation. This is reminding me of the scripture. Let me see if I can quote it right. Then sin gives. I don't know. At the end of it, it's then after sin is fully grown, it gives birth to death. I don't remember the scripture, but it's like when temptation, and then this and then this, and then at the end, death. And then I was like, okay, the temptation they had, led to them sinning, and then led to their inevitable death, right? Because they gave into that temptation. What is that?
And wait for my command!
I can't believe there's an actual dragon in here. That's wow. Oh. I am Eustace?
You've got to be joking.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Must have been anyone knows what dragon's treasure is in charm. Well, anyone can.
We can't leave him alone.
Well, we can't bring him on board,
Yeah, but can't he just fly? He can fly with them, right?
And no means of staying warm, Your Majesty.
That sells the problem. These are so beautiful.
When I was a boy, I used to imagine sailing to the end of the world, finding my father there.
Yeah, I'm sure this father thing is gonna come back. He's gonna be tempted by his father returning or something like that.
Maybe he will.
That would be nice, though. That'd be lovely if he can.
Remember, comments.
Oh, he's crying.
All's not as lost as it seems. Stay up with you, Jewish.
It's a very scary experience. If I turned into anything, not knowing if I would be able to turn back. That's sweet of him. At least they've started bonding. After all that fight they were having.
We need a son. But you've got an extraordinary destiny. Something greater than you could have imagined.
Hope this will make him not as negative anymore. Like, really.
I could tell you one or two of my adventures, if you like.
Like, I would love to listen to his stories and adventures.
Blue Star.
Can follow the blue star again. Huh? Oh my gosh, this is making me worried now. Aren't they supposed to follow the blue star, though?
I guess there's something doesn't want us to get there.
Yeah, maybe they're not supposed to go there. That's chaotic. Oh, okay. I'm worried for them being on this island because of that warning not to go. I don't trust this food either. It's a jump scares. Especially since they mentioned how hungry they are and how they could eat basically the dragon. The temptation could be so real for the rest of the crew too. She's still alive? Yeah.
They're under a spell.
Yeah, that means she's still alive. Don't eat it.
That's 6. We're missing one.
Yeah.
No!
What is this though? No.
Travelers of Narnia.
Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be the ice queen. Never mind.
I'm the Leandra, daughter of the man.
I don't trust her. I mean, I also said I didn't trust that other guy, but I also don't. I'm starting to trust anyone in this room. I still think about that warning though.
Almost. Yes.
Okay.
If it is a distraction for you, I can transform.
No.
Not the both of them being smitten by her. Oh my god.
There is enough for all who are welcome at Aslan's table.
I don't trust this lady. You know, like even the enemy can disguise himself as an angel of light. I could be so wrong and I could be laughing at myself how I'm saying this, but I'm going with my gut instinct that she's not good.
Wait. What happened to them?
Could be the temptation. It could be the temptation.
They were threatening violence upon each other. Violence is forbidden at the table of Aslan. So they were sent to slay.
Okay, and maybe she's a good person. I don't know. I'm so confused. I don't know. I'm so confused. This movie is confusing me. I don't want them to eat it though. No, I don't trust it. Should I?
You know where the second thing?
In there.
Where we need to go.
Oh. Okay, I guess she was good. And I was just being overly paranoid. I think it's just this movie, if everything that's happening, all the different things that's happening all the time.
Can I go up? We need to get some food.
I wonder if she's gonna tell her that no, she should love and embrace and accept herself.
Can we go up? We should do just.
No, exactly. I'm glad that she healed and learned from that.
I wanted to know if we could use some gun.
Oh, look at them.
Peter would want you to have it.
No. I'm so happy they were able to sort out the differences, or whatever that was fighting each other.
So now is not the time to fall fierce temptations. Our Narnian lives depend on it.
Good speech.
Think of Aslan.
What is that? Because he saw his wife, right? What is this thing that's been following him the whole time?
You call yourself my son, act like a king.
That's a lie. Ignore it.
Edmund, come with me.
You're my king.
No. All their greatest fears? All their temptations?
Dead.
Yes.
I'll always be alive in your mind, silly boy.
No!
Edmund.
Caspian, his sword. Lord Root.
Oh, he's still alive? Wow.
Not let it know your fears.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Become them.
Do not think about your fears. Now that's like telling someone not to think about a pink elephant, though.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Edmund.
don't.
What did you just think of?
Don't.
I'm sorry.
What did he think of? Seek the sea monsters. Oh my god. The sea serpents. Ah, that's a horrible creature. Yeah. Wow. Thank you. Someone needed to do that.
Aslan, please help us.
I'm so glad that she's thinking about Aslan. I love Lucy's faith. And just her relationship with Aslan in general. Oh my gosh. Oh, Aslan is here. I'm so glad that he's here. Oh, no. The relief. Oh, that's nasty. Yeah, it's not real. Yay, the final sword. Yeah, that resistance would come and try to stop him. No.
What are you trying to prove, Edmund?
You can do this, Emon. I believe in you.
No.
Emond, no. And this thing again. I'm pretty sure that. Come on, Edmund, you can do this. I believe in you. Don't take the hand. Don't take the hand. Don't take the hand. It's the same temptation she used in previous movie to seek her help. Remember with the blood thing? Yeah, thank goodness. Yes. Thank you. Yay. Wow. Yay, all the people are back. Oh, thank goodness. Finally out of that sleep. Oh, the people are back. I wonder what happened while we were gone. Aww.
We did it. I knew we would.
Aww.
Aslan's country. We must be close.
I even forgot about the country thing. Oh, that's really pretty. It's like tiny flowers or something. Yeah.
So what was it like when Aslan changed you back?
No matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't do it myself.
Aww. Oh, Aslan!
It's my
Ooh.
father in your
You can only find that out for yourself, I see. But you should know that if you continue, there is no return.
Oh my gosh, I was right. It does represent heaven or something. No, don't tell me you would actually go there. No. Yes, I can remember I talked about these temptations. Okay, this is not the temptations anymore, but in general, he really wants to be with his father and meet his father, which is very understandable. But he also has a country to serve and a country to lead and a life to continue beyond that. Oh, wow, you can see the redness in his eyes, the emotion.
Can't imagine my father would be very proud that I gave up what he died for.
Yeah.
Spent too long wanting what was taken from me and not what was given.
Wow. What a quote.
Promised to be a better king.
You already are.
Oh.
Children?
I think perhaps it's time at home, actually, Liv.
Yeah.
I thought you loved it.
I love home. And our family as well.
That's true.
With your permission, I would lay down my sword for the joy of seeing your country with my own eyes.
I know that leaving the country basically means there. This is reminding me of the Pilgrim's Progress. Maybe I should do a watching on the Pilgrim's Progress because I haven't watched that movie in a long time, in years, and I actually enjoyed it.
May
Well, I suppose. Just this little...
It's reminding me of the dwarf from the last movie. I forgot his name, but how she hugged him.
I'll not see you again.
Oh.
You're grown up, my dear one.
Oh.
Just like Peter and Susan.
Oh, is that why Peter and Susan were not invited you anymore?
In your world, I have another name.
Oh, the direct reference to God?
It's the very reason you were brought to me. But by knowing me here for a little, you may know me better there.
Will we meet again?
Yes, dear. There.
The closest thing I have to family, and that includes you, Eustace.
Last time. Oh my gosh, I wonder how I'm gonna watch the rest of this movie.
We spoke often of Narnia in the days that followed, and when my cousins left, after the war ended, I missed them with all my heart.
Yeah.
As I know all Narnians will miss them
Yeah.
till the end of time.
The grief is so real because I feel it too. I wish when I was young, God gave me the grace to go to a place like Narnia. But it was mainly for my imagination. Okay, but God was necessarily involved in my imagination. Aww. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Just like the first movie ended up, okay, all movies I feel like ended quite sad. Okay, the first one wasn't too sad because yes, it was sad. They unexpectedly left Narnia after growing up there, being kings and queens. Learning a lot. It was quite sad as well. The second movie was quite sad because they had to leave Narnia and they knew, that they will have to go to the real world and Narnia can be forever for them. And then this third movie wrecked me. When I first watched this movie, I was like, oh, okay, the vibes are different. The feeling is different. It doesn't feel exactly like the first and the second movie. It felt more mature. It felt more serious, if I would say. The first movie was very hopeful, exciting, new. Any adventure you could imagine. Any kid's dream. The second movie, slightly more mature, but that kid dream was hidden there somewhere. And then the third one was just tackling all these serious, more real life issues that I didn't necessarily expect. And it caught me off guard, but towards the end, it all makes sense. And I don't regret watching this movie. Like not halfway. At the beginning, I was like, should I've been watching this? Maybe it's not gonna be as good, but it makes sense. And it was reminding me a lot of the Pilgrim's Progress, which I feel like I need to do a video reaction of that, a movie reaction of the Pilgrim's Progress. Tell me if you'd like to see it. I watched the movie a long time ago. I forgot a lot of the points, which I think is perfect. So if I have to rewatch it, it would be like if I'm watching it for the first time, instead of not watching it for the first time. And oh my goodness, this movie. Okay, let's unpack it. I love the fact that it had this more serious tone. I could understand I could be a little bit disappointing. I was also a little disappointed. I expected battles, and yes, it was a battle, but I expected it to have the same feeling it had in the first movie and the second movie. But I noticed as the movies progressed and as the kids got older, they got a bit more serious, and it tackled more serious thing. Almost felt like we were watching the journey of a Christian's, like the Christian life. That's why I said it reminds me of the Pilgrim's Progress. The beginning, new, exciting, you're learning all these things, God became king and queen, you got all these opportunities, got to rule, everything's just lovely, and get forgiven for your sins. That's why the first movie established Aslan representing Jesus and his sacrifice for us, right? And you get forgiven for your sins, you rectify your ways, you walk a new path into being kings and priests for Christ, right? Then the second movie, right, you kind of see how it got slightly more serious. They had to learn a lot of things. Peter and Edmond especially had to learn to rely on God, right? That important thing of relying on God and seeing Him, going through life's challenges and circumstances that kind of make you feel as though God has abandoned you. A lot of people thought that Aslan abandoned them. They started making decisions about Aslan. They started giving into their fears, into pressures. They started feeling all of these things, right? Which is normal, and which I saw as that point in your relationship with God where you start going through all these challenges and all these obstacles and all these trials, and you have to learn to trust that God sees you, that God is with you. In fact, you have to seek Him out, which that was the big message of the second movie, of seeking God. And the only person who was really seeking Him was Lucy at the time, and all of them wanted Aslan, but none of them were fully seeking Him or trusting that He had a plan. Those are such, after you've gone through those highs and things, you're encountering issues and problem situations where it challenges your dependency and surrender to God, right? And then this third movie showed another level of that, showing the temptation that we face, the endurance, the perseverance. Like if you listen, while listening to my watching, I was pointing how the sailors were saying things like, give up, why are you doing this? And spreading the discouragement, which is something that you can feel a lot in your relationship with God. You start the temptation to backslide, the temptation to not have that much zeal and excitement, the hunger. They were experiencing physical hunger. It could, represent the wilderness season. And when you're going through the wilderness, what do? You face temptation, right? It tempts you with your desires, your wants. Jesus, when he was tempted, he went to the wilderness, and he was tempted for food. Food was a temptation. He was tempted to exalt himself, greed. If you are the Son of God, you can turn the stones into bread. And the enemy also tempted him that he could give him that authority to be the king, the queen, and show him all the kingdoms and everything. And even those are exactly the same thing. You can see that greed and temptation kind of going through them. Their fears, their biggest fears, the things that their biggest insecurities, that they learn to accept themselves and to root their identity in who God has called them to be. They had to learn to let go of things and desires and pains and hurts. And Edmund was confronted by his past constantly, and I want to even talk about that because you don't seeing the evil queen throughout the movie, and what was coming to my mind was how the evil queen, right, it's like a reminder of your past, a reminder of your past sins, of shame and the guilt or condemnation you could be feeling, because he would see her and just kind of lure him back. She could also represent like when the enemy tries to lure you back into previous sins, aka backslide, because this will give that temptation of Edmund, and I was just thinking of all those symbolisms, right, and what it means to them. Lucy, when she was talking about how she wants to be someone else, that temptation of comparison, comparing yourself. That's why I say this reminds me so much of the Pilgrim's Progress. All three movies has felt like one big Pilgrim's Progress, like one big journey of faith. And when Aslan said that she has grown up now, maybe it could show that she has matured in her faith. She has gone through all these seasons, learned all the lessons, gone through all the trials, gone through these different experiences that helped her mature. She learned to rely on Aslan, which is so beautiful because in the movies she calls on Aslan. So you could see from the first movie, she still seeks Aslan. They learn to resist temptation. I'm so proud of Edmond and Prince Caspian for letting go of the temptation of greed and sorting out their differences. They've learned peace, they learned surrender, they know how to fight back. They've learned perseverance and endurance. They know how to be careful of temptation. Even though I was suspicious, wrongly I was suspicious of the table, of the food being bad, right, and everything. I was tempted that this was the wrong place, because those things, right, warned them. I was happy, right, because they were so careful not to fall into temptation. After that slippery slope where they almost fell into temptation, they were so careful not to fall into temptation again, and I found that absolutely beautiful. I absolutely loved it because I believe it even shows in our relationship with God the way to become prudent. You're now more careful now not to fall into the enemy's lies, the enemy's traps. And there's so much I could point out about this movie. I don't even know if this could be so long, but it was beautiful. And Aslan's kingdom, I was thinking the whole time, what is Aslan's kingdom? I wasn't even thinking about it. So many things were happening in this movie that I was like, what? But like Aslan's kingdom representing God's kingdom, where we're gonna spend eternity. And what confirmed that for me was when he said that you wouldn't be able to come back, and that's where his father is, which is beautiful. I was just like, wow. And then when he said that the reason why he allowed them to go through Narnia was so that she could build a relationship with him outside of Narnia in the real world, and she did these things to introduce himself to her, because young as she is, through symbols, through parables. And I was like, that's how Jesus also speaks. One thing I love about C.S. Lewis is that he didn't necessarily directly preach the gospel, but he used symbols, parables, these situations, these tellings to give the same gospel message, if you can discern. And that's the beauty of it. Because Jesus, a lot of the parables he could have said it plainly. He didn't have to say the parable of the sower. He didn't have to say, the parable of the consistent widow. I can't remember, but the widow keeps on, that's consistent. He didn't have to say the parable of the 10 virgins. He could say things plainly, like the parable of the 10 virgins is be careful, make sure that you keep your relationship. No, but Jesus gave parables because there's a richness when you can meditate on something. You can give people a message, right? Do not eat the fruit. And It's okay. It's a good commandment. It's the truth. But when you also give them a different perspective, instead of just saying, don't lust, don't do this, Jesus would give these parables of life principles to help you understand what God really wants, because we can see things as surface level of, okay, I'm not going to do this, but then you're still sinning, or you still didn't get the full picture. And I like how C.S. Lewis was able to use all three of these movies, all three of these books, that I haven't read, that one day I pray I'll be able to read. I would love to buy the books, to be honest. But all three of these unique stories to help you remind you of truth and show you the Christian life and the Christian journey and the different paths God makes us go through. Another book from C.S. Lewis that I really, really liked was Tape Letters, and honestly, that needs to be an adaptation. One of my desires is actually to make something like the School Tape Letters, right? Not exactly like it, but something similar. But I love, 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 love. At the beginning, I was hesitant about this movie because it didn't meet my expectations. But when I finally embraced this movie for what it is, and I saw the beauty of this movie, I was like, no, it's pretty mature. It's not easy to watch. It's not just fun. It's all exciting. But that's the same thing with the Christian life. At the beginning of the Christian walk, you can put all these beautiful things, right? Which are true. Freedom, forgiveness, joy, get to have so much fun in the kingdom of God. Wonderful. But it's also these harder things to watch, like watching them scared, watching Lucy having to go through that nightmare, the temptation, seeing them argue, seeing all these attacks. But in real life, we get attacked as Christians. We get tempted. We have fears. We have nightmares. We have things that we don't want to encounter. We have all types of bad things that we go through. And yes, it's not fun to watch about because, we use movies as escapism. But I like the fact that he wasn't afraid to make this movie. And even in my own walk, I don't want to be ever afraid to make movies or talk about things that are difficult to talk about just because no one wants to hear it. You don't want to hear it, but the truth is you need to hear it because there's a reason why there's stories in the Bible of things that are hard to hear. It's because it's there to comfort us when we're gonna be in seasons that are hard. Obviously, when you're happy, you don't want to read about sad things and stuff like that. Which I probably went into this very happy, like I'm gonna see something exciting, but this is something that I needed to see. I needed to see this because I was feeling conviction, and while watching this movie, I was feeling all types of things because I was like, okay, correlation of this. One, the insecurity times where I wish I had someone else's life. That was so convicting when she saw Suzanne in the mirror because I was thinking to myself, how many times have I wished I had someone else's life, someone else's beauty, something as vain as beauty, someone else's car, but if I had all those things, I wouldn't be me. Because all the things I don't have and all the things I do have make me who I am. If I grew up poor, that shaped me in a way and gave me an understanding where it wouldn't give me if I was born rich. It's not the best thing. I'm not saying it's a wonderful thing, but Lucy looks the way she does for her own reason. She is who she is, and she's unique. And she could give that advice to that girl as well. She gave that advice to the young girl that she shouldn't want to be like her when she grows up, but she should want to be herself when she grows up. And I felt that was so beautiful. It's hard to hear. It was hard to watch that scene. I even got scared. But then I realized that no, I needed that hard truth because sometimes you need that slap to remember that you don't actually want that other person's life. You want one aspect of their life, but by having that one aspect, you're not living your life anymore. You want to live through them, which ultimately not even living. You don't even existing at that point. And I loved that. I loved, seeing Edmund being faced, like I said, with the temptations and all these things that he was going through. Maybe it was his past. Maybe it was condemnation. Maybe it was shame. Maybe it was sin. Whatever it could have represented, it was constantly creeping at him, speaking to him, pursuing him. But why? And it reminded me of there are times where I'll feel okay, and then the enemy will remind me of something I did in the past, and it'll be like, you were a bad daughter for that. Or you really think God forgave you for that. Or you really think God has caused you to do all these things when your heart used to have this and your heart used to do that. And this reminded me of those instances which are not pretty, but it reminded me of how he was able to defeat the queen. That these are things that with the sword of the spirit of truth, I can easily defeat. And with finally with Caspian, I don't exactly know what was with his dad. Maybe it could just be that longing, to make someone proud. Maybe you lost something precious to you. Maybe you feel like something's missing in your life that's stopping you from appreciating what you have. That's why I like his final message, because in the final message he talked about how he wants to appreciate what he has. He wants to appreciate the kingdom that he really has, the people he gets to rule. He was focusing constantly, he even said this himself, focusing constantly on what he didn't have, which was his dad, that he actually forgot about what he did have, which was the kingdom, which was ruling people, which is getting to be their king. And that reminded me of the importance of gratitude and, not allowing the things you don't have and the loss and things to make you ungrateful. And he said, work hard, focus. He gave his whole heart and soul to finding the mother of this guy and finding the people and finding a solution. And that is the beauty of it. Sometimes any can distract you by the things that God allowed, like his father's death, or the things that God isn't doing for you, or the things that you lost. And that was another temptation that I felt even in my own Christian walk, of thinking about things I don't have. Like, I lost this, God, I don't have this anymore. I can remember when my laptop broke, and when a lot of things that week was going wrong, I was so confused. I was even questioning God. God, did you even want me to start a YouTube channel? I was like, God, at this point, do you even want me to do this? And I'm even doing the right thing? You should just tell me straight. And I was questioning absolutely everything. And one of the reasons why I was questioning it is because I was assuming, because I lost something, I was so distracted by it. I was like, okay, then maybe I don't have anything else. But no, you need to remember that he had so much more. Even though I didn't have the laptop, I could still plan a video. I don't know how the laptop's gonna get fixed, but I can still work on it. There's still so many things I do have. And when I focused on those things instead, my laptop was able to get fixed. I was able to get the solution for it. And within a week, everything was okay again. But I had to take my mind off of this problem and focus on what else I had. Even when there was another issue that I'm not going to go into, I was so focused on how we're going to fix this, how we're going to fix this, how we're going to fix this. And nothing was being solved by me thinking about it. I was just feeling more and more pain, more and more hurt, more and more desperateness. But when I was like, okay, no, what else do I have to focus on? I could spend time with my family. I could spend more time with God. I could worship. I can work on my guitar. I can work on my ministry. I can work on all these other things. When I started thinking about those things instead, eventually those things started solving itself. It reminds me of the scripture that says, but seek first the kingdom of God and its righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. That scripture became my rock. And that's a principle that I want to live off in life, Seek first the kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. And it's very self-explanatory, it's super simple. And it would sound like, oh yeah, duh. But when you're losing things, when things are going wrong, when everything feels like it's just falling down, it's hard to feel like, okay, let me seek the kingdom first. Let me focus on something else, right? It's such a big distraction, but he needed to learn to not be distracted by that. And that's something that I also want to learn, not to be distracted by whatever happens in life, but instead focus on, okay, what do I have? All of this is going wrong. What is going right? All of these are going bad. What can I praise God for? What can I serve God in? And what can I honor God with? Asking myself those questions, I'll be like, okay, I can intercede, right? I could lose everything, but I still have the power to pray for someone, or I can journal, or I can text, right? Because I write devotionals. I can make a devotional instead of making videos. So I'm going to give my whole heart and focus to devotionals. It's doing those things that you learn to you see things differently, that it's not just about what you have, it's about what you do with what you have. And whatever you're given by God, God can give and God can also take. And He makes you so much more grateful and appreciative for those things, and to learn to not make those things your whole identity, personality, and your relationship with God. Those things don't go be above your relationship with God or above your identity. Those things are things that you use for God's glory. So yeah, I can say I enjoy the movies and I'm gonna miss them so much. And I want to hear your thoughts. I talked a lot. I could keep on talking, but I want to hear what is the symbolisms you got. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Did you love this movie? Did you not like this movie? How does it feel rewatching this, years later through this watching? Do you feel like your opinions has changed since you were younger? I would love to have and engaged in these conversations with you, and I hope to also find you in the next video. Au revoir, à bientôt.